Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deportivo Domination. I'm Ahab. Thanks for joining me. We're going to hop into it real quick here, but doing a little bit of different here. You can see my green screen. Other side, Ahab, is behind me. Really wasn't too happy with the way it sits on the chair, and I've got a light back here that does some crazy stuff in this area. So we're trying a border, which actually looks pretty nice. I didn't make it. Alpha Gaming Channel has put this out for free quite some time ago, and I think it looks kind of nice. Anyway, getting right into things. We've got a big game in the Euro Cup against our new arch rivals, Valencia, and some other little bit of review since the last episode. Stick with me. I'll be right back. Okay, and we've got this big match against Valencia in the Euro Cup, and the reason I'm choosing that and not any of the Spanish league games so far for this season is because all the big games have been in these international competitions. And you can see Coruña, we've won 3, Valencia have won 3. So it's 3-3 to both teams. This is this is to stay in the Euro Cup. But let's do a quick review because the last time you guys were with us for this series was the match against Shakhtar here, where we won, but we still failed out of the Champions League. Thankfully, we had the parachute into the Europa Cup, the Europa League, and this is going to be our first foray. Unfortunately, it's against Valencia. I'll touch on that in a second. But you can see we had a bunch of friendlies during the World Cup break. This is 2023 or 2022-23 season, and the World Cup is in Qatar in 2022. So we had a bunch of friendlies. We beat Boca, we beat Fortuna Düsseldorf, we lost to Lazio, and Lazio just won against Barcelona in the Champions League. The Italian teams are going nuts in this season, so pretty crazy. And then we picked up with the first division with a nice win against Malaga. We got hammered in the Super Cup by Barcelona, and we won against Espalas, got hammered again by Barcelona. This was a ridiculous game against Huesca, who is a second division team for the Spanish Cup. I don't even want to talk about it. It was just horrible. But, as you can see, I got a little frustrated. So we won against Alaves. We drew against Bilbao. We should have won that match. Then we have a big win against Madrid, which I streamed the other day. That was a really solid game, and Madrid started coming back in like the 80th minute, and they picked up 2 goals in the last couple minutes. But it was a great, great game. Danilo Cataldi absolutely rocked it with a hat trick from midfield. All of his goals were just absolute bombs. They were fantabulous. Yep, said fantabulous. And you can see I'm playing a 4-4-1-1. I'm a little frustrated with how the 4-4-2 has been doing in the midfield, and the 4-2-4 was just not working for us at all. So I've changed it up a little bit. I've changed the 4-2-4, the third slot, into a 4-4-1-1, and it's working really nicely. 3-2 against Real Madrid, 2-0 against Espanyol, 2-0 against Girona, and I'm going to use it here against Valencia because it just adds a little bit more dynamism in that attacking midfield role that I previously had written off because it did so poorly in previous versions of Football Manager, but apparently they fixed it in Football Manager 2020 with the winter patch or something like that. So it's leading me to think about changes I need to make here in my Deportivo side and in the Sunderland in my Journeyman series. So, enough blabbing, Ahab. Let's quickly talk about the Europa Cup, right? I really think if we can get past Valencia, we have a solid chance of winning this with exception to Bayer Leverkusen and Monaco, of course. But I think we have less of a chance of winning against Bayer Leverkusen. But all these other teams... oh, wait, I see Milan is here. I still think we have a good chance of winning the Euro Cup. I could be wrong, but this could be a big trophy if we can win here. So my focus is on the Euro Cup. We just got past the winter transfer window. You can see it's February 16th. I tried to find some players to bring in, but honestly, there's no real strength that I can bring in for the money I have, so I'm going to put it towards some younger players. I'll talk about that in another episode. Let's get into this Valencia game, because that's what we're all here for. Now, I'm trying something a little bit different here. Instead of doing my normal blabbing during the whole match, I'm going to try to be an announcer. It's going to be a little bit different. Bear with me. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Either way, Let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike. I want the feedback so I can know what to do for next time. But on to the Valencia match. Welcome, everybody, to this Europa Cup match with Valencia hosting Coruña. I'm Kronker Waltite. Thanks for joining us. We've got one heck of a match here for you. Two Spanish La Liga powerhouses. 8 points separate Coruña and Valencia in the Spanish League, with Coruña on top in third place. Talking about the lineups here, Valencia coming in with their normal 4-1-2-3. Starting from the back, we've got Jasper Killison in goal. We've got Sainz and Mangala as defenders in the center. Gabriel Paulista and Gaia round out the wide defenders. Francis Coquelin and Moreno in a very powerful twosome there in the midfield, with Maite as the cover. And Moreno was just brought in from Argentina this season. He's not played very much for Valencia, but he has the showing and the appearances of being a very talented player. Pizzi and Rodrigo out wide supporting Maxi Gomez, who has just been absolutely fantastic for Valencia all season. He is one to watch for this game. Coruña coming in with a different formation than we've seen. They've played it the past couple of matches to a high level of success. Starting from the back, Francis Uzoho in goal. Defensive line, Pedersen, Soma, Ladropoulos, and Angeleri out wide because Garasable is suspended due to cards. Cartabia out wide along with Valor. Marchetti and Cataldi in the midfield. Gaku Shibasaki playing that attacking midfielder position. And Erling Haaland up front, who's been getting a lot of attention from Liverpool, Chelsea, and a couple of other large teams recently due to his performances. Hopefully, Coruña can hold on to him. After these messages from our sponsors, we'll have the game. And we are off with Valencia starting us off. And we're sorry about that, folks. We had a little technical difficulties there, but we are now back. As I was saying, Valencia getting us started here. And these two teams have gone at it 6 times in the past couple of seasons, and the honors are even. This could be a very tight match. Not too much action thus far. Coruña and Valencia head-to-head here. All right, Soma with a throw-in to Valor. Cartabia, and Cartabia was offsides. Coruña on the front foot here, getting a lot of possession, but giving it away. Coquelin kicks it out. Uh-oh. Maite looks to be injured. Physio's coming on to have a look. He's picked up a slight knock. Throw-in for Valencia. Gabriel. Sainz kicks it back. A lot of pressure from Coruña here. Gaia running into space. Tons of space between the lines of Coruña. Rodrigo running in. Forces a save. Double save from Uzoho. Great hands and movement from Uzoho. Corner to Valencia. Pizzi with the corner. Puts the corner up. Puts it in. Marchetti heads it clear. Shibasaki picks up the loose ball out wide and has immediately had the ball stripped by Moreno. Uzoho with the free kick to Ladropoulos. Soma. Haaland picks up the ball. Valor into space. Up to Shibasaki, who dwells on the ball. Has the ball stolen by the injured Maite. Coquelin. Mangala. Gaia. Rodrigo. Maite again. Over to Pizzi out wide into space. Good passage of play by Valencia here. Solid opportunities in the box. Blocked. Coquelin picks up the loose ball. All the way back to Jasper Killison. And now throw into Coruña. Cataldi. Ball intercepted. Coruña not doing much with their possession. Could be a bad sign for the rest of the match. Solid possession here from Valencia. Mangala all the way up to Gaia in space, who puts in a cross to Gomez, forcing a solid save from Uzoho, who holds on to the ball. Great save. Uzoho is keeping Coruña in the match right now. All the way up to Valor. Over to Shibasaki. Valor. Into space to Pedersen. Pedersen out wide. Back to Valor, back to Marchetti, who tries a shot, and is it wide? Gaia with the throw into Gomez. Back to Gaia. Running into space. Gaia dribbling solidly. Soma with the poor header and an even more poor shot from the Valencia attacker. Goes wide and a free kick to Coruña. Gabriel with the throw into Pizzi. Into space for Gomez. Into goal. And Gomez was offsides. I bet Coruña are thanking their lucky hats there. Soma to Pedersen all the way up to nobody. Who knows where that went? Back to Killison and out to Mangala. Up to Maite, playing injured. Gaia out wide. Into Moreno. Coruña pressing hard, but Valencia still working their way through. Gabriel, solid dribble around Valor there. Pass into space was nice, but Valencia player was offside, and Uzoho was able to shut that down. Uzoho all the way up to Cartabia into space, puts a pass into space for Holland. Holland does nothing with it. I bet he's going to be ruining that chance later on in the match. Angelari with the pass to Marchetti. Shot Shibasaki up to Cartabia. Cataldi. Marchetti. Ladropoulos. Coruña getting pressed by Valencia pretty hard. Valor has the ball intercepted by Moreno. Moreno into space. Valencia with the counter. Puts the ball up for Rodrigo. Forcing another double save from Uzoho. Uzoho is just on fire this afternoon. Uzoho with the free kick to Ladropoulos. Soma. Cataldi. Out to Valentin. Correction. Pedersen. My apologies. Pass into traffic. Cataldi grabs it. Soma over to Ladropoulos. It looks like Coruña are playing a little bit more carefully here. Cartabia passes into space for Holland, who muscles past the defender. Oh, almost a goal. Forcing a save from Jasper Killison. What a great move. Killison with the short free kick. And Valencia trying some tricks here. Pizzi to Sainz. Soma with the header to Marchetti. Cartabia kicks it up into space to Holland, who's offsides. Kind of pressing that back line, Holland is. Maite, Mangala, Gaia. Gaia getting pressed by Cartabia. Angelari forces a missed pass. Pedersen heads it out, and Valencia picks up the loose ball. Gomez back to Pizzi. Coquelin, long ball up into space to Gabriel, who puts the move on the wide players. Crosses it and forcing a corner. Valencia corner. What an interesting match thus far. Valencia having most of the possession. Oh, the ball drops down in front of the goal, and Valencia unable to capitalize. Out to Holland, who's one-on-one with Jorge Sanz, and Sanz solid tackle on Holland. Soma with the throw and into the box. Valor picks up the loose ball. Back to Pedersen, up to Valor into space. Marchetti with a solid chance on goal. Ping-pongs in the box and out to Angelari. Angelari picks up the loose ball over to Ladropoulos. Back to Soma, giving them a little bit of breathing room. Out wide to Cartabia, who heads it to Marchetti. Back to Cartabia. Angelari is up in space and also offsides. That's unfortunate. That looked like something was brewing there. Gaia throws the ball into Rodrigo, who's been solid on that left side. Pizzi puts a header over, and we have a goal kick to Coruña. Soma with the header with the throw-in to Holland, who heads it out. Cataldi, Ladropoulos, Angelari. Cartabia. Marchetti dribbling. Solid defending from Valencia. Ladropoulos picks up the loose ball. Uh-oh. Ladropoulos loses the ball to Gomez. This could be trouble. Uzoho, the wall in goal for Coruña this match. Cataldi clears the loose ball. Holland picks it up. Holland picked up two defenders as well from Valencia. Back to Soma for breathing room. An error from Valencia causes Marchetti to pick up the ball. Holland running into space. Loses the ball in the box with a left-footed kick, and Killison is able to easily stop that. What a poor attempt from the normally solid Holland. And we're at halftime, folks. Valencia versus Coruña. Score is level. Some of the stats we can look at there. Shots 11-5, Valencia compared to Coruña. Shots on target 6. One of Coruña's shots on target. 4 fouls from Coruña. Look at that possession. That says everything. Valencia just dominating possession. Coruña's going to have to make some big changes here at halftime if they expect to do anything with this match and walk away into the next level. And Coruña getting us started here in the second half. Wonder if there was any serious talking going on in that locker room, because that was some solid play and already a mistake with a poor pass from Labropoulos. I apologize, I was saying his name wrong all first half. Gabriel with the throw-in for Valencia. Pizzi, Gabriel running up the side. Gabriel's been strong on Valencia's wing. And it looks to me as if Valencia has changed their formation. They've gone to a 4-2-4, according to my sources. And it looks like they're going to be putting the pressure, turning the screws on Coruña in the second half. Already forcing a couple of mistakes. Marchetti up to Shibasaki, who's got tons of room. Loses the ball. Coruña unable to capitalize in all that space. It's almost as if Shibasaki said, I don't know what to do here. Valencia forces a corner. We're in the 49th minute. Puts the corner up. Headed clear by Labropoulos. Rodrigo puts it back out to Pizzi, who's on sides. Forces a throw-in with a poor corner. Gabriel, Pizzi, and Gabriel's offside. Valor putting up the free kick now. Gives it directly to a Valencia defender. Thankfully, Coruña gets the ball back. They're thanking their lucky stars. They got the ball back. Coruña looks like a team in disarray. Rodrigo puts the heavy tackle on Soma, and this could be a card on Valencia. That's just a talking to, luckily to Valencia. But we have a ball over the top to Holland, who is offsides, granting Valencia a free kick. Coruña squabbling and squandering their possession all over the place. Nice cross into Valencia's Maxi Gomez, and that was a poor header. Moreno holding onto the ball after a solid tackle attempt from the Coruña defender. Back to Mangala. Out to Gaia. We've got a Valencia corner kick. Valencia with the corner. Pizzi puts it up, and Marchetti's easily able to clear that out, but directly to a Valencia player. Valencia looking much more up to this match than Coruña at this point, 60 minutes in. 30 minutes left of regular time. Gabriel to Moreno. Angeleri heads it clear from Rodriguez, who forces a corner once again. Valencia with the corner. Pizzi putting it up. Cataldi easily heads that back to Valencia and says no thank you. Cross put in by Pizzi again, and Rodriguez puts it right over the net. We've had our first substitution from Coruña. Edmondson coming in from Marchetti. This could be a change in formation. Shibasaki puts the ball out to Soma. Into space. Into Valor, who's running into space in the box. Solid attempt. Cataldi. Edmondson. Cataldi holding up the ball. Out wide to Angeleri, who runs in to the box and forces a corner. Coruña corner. Cartavia puts it up. Holland with the header and a goal. His 12th goal of the season. Coruña bags the first goal of the match. And I would say Valencia and Marco Bielsa are very frustrated at this point that is the first goal of the match. Valencia has been dominating the entire match, and it looks like the formation change, it looks like it's now a 4-4-2 for Coruña, has come to fruition for them. Gabriel out wide to Gomez, who puts it over. Now we have a Valencia throw-in. Oh, Valor with a solid, horrible tackle. Instant red card. This could be a game changer, folks. And what a poor tackle from Juan Luis Valor, leaving Coruña in a tough spot for the next match and the rest of this game. It looks like Coruña have pulled Edmondson right back out from his target man position and have moved Pedersen up to the left midfield position, and Ruiz taking his place back in the wide left defending position. Can Coruña hold on for the remaining time of the match? Valencia with possession all the way back to Killison. Over the top to Moreno. Rodriguez running wide. into plenty of space, puts up a cross. Cartabia stops the cross, forcing a Valencia corner. Peasy putting up the cross. Correction, corner. Labropoulos easily heads it out, and Holland is into all sorts of real estate on the left-hand side. Gets tripped by Gabriel. Instant red card for Gabriel. Gabriel Paulista. And we're moving up to a header, correction, a throw-in. Cartabia takes the ball right back and forces a corner for Coruña. Coruña on the front foot since scoring that goal. Shibasaki puts the corner up, and that's a second goal for Erling Haaland. Headed into the upper left-hand corner. Jasper Kilson could not stop that. What a solid, solid corner. Let's see this again. Shibasaki puts it up. Haaland backs up, and I'm sorry, that went wide of Kilson. Right by him. Kilson unable to stop it. Haaland on fire. Unlike the first half when he was literally non-existent. Coruña turning the screws now, somehow with only 10 men on the field. Valencia has possession. Mangala up to Soler. Over to Peasy. Rodrigo puts the ball up. Angelari heads it into space. Gaia crosses it. Great passage of play for Valencia. Unable to do anything with it. Couple of shot attempts in there. Right over the top or blocked by the defenders. Gaia with the free kick out wide. Rodriguez picks it up, puts up a cross, and blocked by the Coruña defender, but Rodriguez is offsides. Valencia looking a little panicked. Centales up to Moreno. What a solid cross from Centales, the new substitution. Up to Moreno, and Uzoho has been solid in goal all game, unable to stop that one. 2-1 Valencia. I'm sorry, 2-1 Coruña still in the lead, but this could be trouble. 80th minute. Starting to rain as well. Pedersen does poor with the ball. All sorts of back and forth action going on here. Throw in for Valencia. Gabriel Paulista to Rodrigo. Back to Gabriel Paulista. Gomez puts a header in, and it goes way over into the stands. 84th minute. A free kick up, and Rodrigo and Gomez fight for the same ball, and it goes over. Free kick into space. Rodriguez loses it to the Coruña defender, and out to Haaland, who's put the dribble on, and just misses over the top. Solid attempt from Erling Haaland. And it looks like there's some activity on the Coruña bench. They're going to make their third and final substitution here. My guess is it's going to be Cartabia coming off. He's been looking a little tired the past 10 minutes. Solid pass in from Valencia. What action is going on in this penalty box here? Solid cross in, unable to capitalize. Peasy with the corner, puts it up. Sainz heads it wide for a Coruña goal kick. And we're into stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time. That's plenty of time for Valencia to equalize. Moreno, Soler, over to Paulista, who crosses it, and Soma clears it. Thankfully, Coruña get a breath of fresh air. Gomez back to Centelles. Back to Gomez, who puts up the cross, but it's blocked. And we have another Valencia corner. 93rd minute. 2 minutes left in stoppage time. Peasy puts up the cross, and Rodrigo heads it over. 94th minute. Killison puts out the free kick over to Gabriel. Paulista has been owning the wide sides he's been on. Rodrigo as well. Rodrigo just gives it right to Soma, and Soma clears the ball. Centelles picks it up. Shibasaki with the pressure. The cross from Centelles fails, goes right to Uzoho, and this should see out the match unless Coruña commit a horrible error. And that's the match, folks. Coruña go through 2-1. What a match. Coruña only on 10 men. But Erling Haaland, player of the match performance with 2 goals, putting the hurt on Valencia in the second half. I'm sure Marco Bielsa will be very unhappy with that performance. This has been one hell of a match in the Europa League between 2 large Spanish sides. I'm Crocker Waltite. Hope to see you next time. Signing off from Valencia. Bye-bye. So that was a little bit of a different way to record and do the match. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know how I did. Obviously, it was a little rough because that was kind of the first time I was doing it. I've done something similar while I've streamed. I was trying with the recording this time, so definitely let me know how you think I did. If you like it, you don't like it, or have any other comments, please leave them below. But I hope you enjoyed the match, because that, for me, was really tough to separate myself from what was going on in the match and trying to be an impartial or semi-impartial announcer. But, man, Erling Haaland saved us in that match. We are playing so poorly. I don't know if you all saw the ratings on some of those screens, but even Erling Haaland, right before halftime, was rated at a 6.3. Shibasaki was 6.4. So I had to make a change. So I switched it up to the 4.42, and then Valor got that red card. What a bad tackle. He's normally plays better than that. I'm not sure what happened there, but now we're hurting for a left side where we have some choice decisions to make. Selection decisions, actually, I should say, for the next Euro Cup match. But that's it for this episode. Thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, happy, and healthy. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.